Hello.
Hey.
Hey. Another solid hey.
Another solid. It was a strong 10.
A 10. Wow. Hi, friends.
She's a 10.
A 10. Oh. There's a little oh in the back.
I thought I was singing a song that we... Were we singing the song?
Yeah, isn't it like the... Not E40. Is it E40? No.
You know...
Wait.
Whatever song it was, we're
not on the same song. Whichever it was.
Tried.
We were not together on it. But that's okay. Hi, guys. Welcome to the show. Episode 2.
Episode 2.
Episode 2.
Rants from a motherfucking hat.
That's the full title.
Mm-hmm.
The motherfucking is invisible when it's written.
It's silent.
Yes.
Like knife. Knife.
Like the K in knife.
Yeah. Like why?
Wait. Yeah. It's the K.
Yeah.
It's not the N that's silent. It's the K. I'm Cheyenne. If you guys did not watch the first episode, Cheyenne laws specifically. Yeah.
I was trying to be like.
You look like Flash from Zootopia when Judy Hopps tells him the joke. Or no, not Judy Hopps, the fox dude.
Nick Wilde.
Nick Wilde, thank you.
I don't know why I know that.
Yeah, because you watched it.
I did twice.
A few times. Yeah. And he tells Flash the joke, and Flash like goes, and it like dawns on him. That's what you look like.
I was trying to do like a dramatic, like how do you?
Look
I
like
try to be creative, but you know what? Well, I'm Keneke great.
Not creative.
Not creative, not original.
No.
Whatever.
None
But
of them.
yeah, welcome to Rants from a Hat, where we pull
sorry.
topics that you, the people, provide for us to rant about.
Yes. Thank you for providing. We got a few more since the last episode that we have tossed in there.
Arigato gozaimasu.
Hi. So maybe they'll get pulled.
Yeah. So we will begin the show.
Yep.
With a little John Ken Po to see who goes first.
Ooh, whoop. Ready?
Here we go.
John Ken Po. I'm sure this is exactly the same way it happened last time.
Yeah, you
too.
beat me. Scissors
I got scissors.
Definitely beats
old man hand.
Elongated paper.
Elongated
man hands, yeah.
penis. Okay.
All right.
I'm excited.
Rant number 1.
Number 1. Oh, I have coffee. I'm just gonna balance it on my legs. It's fine. Oh wow, we're starting.
I'm starting strong.
Racism. Boo boo wow. Boo boo boo. Racism. This is hard because it feels like one of those things I shouldn't have to explain.
Yeah.
You know? Like I don't even know where to start because it all just seems so obvious. It's like, hey Cheyenne, are clouds white and fluffy? And I'm like, yeah. And that's all I have to say about it is yeah, like you're right. So like racism, is it wrong? Yeah. Like I feel like I shouldn't have to explain anything else. But apparently people are fucking stupid and you do need to explain it.
You do. It's
yeah. It blows my mind that like skin color affects anything besides like how makeup shows up on you and maybe like what colors for your like clothing looks better. Like I can understand that because it's like a fucking visual color science of visibility shit. That wasn't real science at all. But I
got it though.
Thank you.
I understood.
I'm sure people understand what color science visibility shit means. There's a better word for it. But I honestly don't think I can say anything about this because it just doesn't make any fucking sense. Ooh, but yesterday actually did kind of have like a racist thing happen. So our friend Jessa, she's Filipino, freaking gorgeous. She looks like Janae Aiko. Like I hate her a lot. But yeah. Janae has nodes now, and that's what she sounds like.
God never blessed me with singing abilities.
That's me either. It's chill. Like when we sang that song last episode. What song did we sing?
Oh,
Near,
McDonald.
far,
Oh, that was the remix. My fault.
Yeah. We sang the Celine Dion song and we fucked it up.
I don't even remember how did it go.
Near, far,
yeah.
wherever
you are.
And then we were like,
yeah, kind of just
tapered
ended right
off.
there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so Jessa and I were standing next to each other, and we were working this like luau thing. So we're standing in the back.
Sorry to interrupt. I low-key thought you were gonna say we were working the corner. I'm like, wait, what?
Oh,
why wasn't I a part of it?
No, that's tonight. Last night we were working the luau thing. Yeah, you're getting your days mixed up.
It was a day off.
Yeah,
okay, my fault.
It's okay. I forgive you. And so we were standing by each other, and this white guy walks up and like is closer to her, so he like kind of looks at her first, and she's like hi, because he's obviously like trying to ask a question. And I look over because I hear Jessa talk, right? So I look over and she says hi, and then he like looks at her and turns and looks at me and is like, hey, where's the bathroom? Even though like proximity wise
she was closer,
and she interacted with him first,
right?
But like I heard people talking, so I turned and looked because she's right next to me, and he like bypasses her and is like, hey, where's the bathroom? And then I was just kind of like, oh, I like felt like, I don't know, maybe I looked more official because I had like a clipboard or something. So I was like, oh, it's over here, whatever. I directed him. I turned around and she's like, I talked to him first. Why didn't he just ask me? And I was like, oh shit, you're right. Like I didn't like it all happened right within like 5 seconds, and I didn't really process it.
In the back of the mind, you thought because she was talking to him first, you know, ethically, he would have just been like, yeah, where's the bathroom, you know?
Right. Like I couldn't even...
First person in contact, but
yeah,
he like bypassed her and went straight to you?
Yeah, and I couldn't even like process that in those like 5 seconds. Like it happened and it was done, and then like I turned back and Jessa was like, I talked to him first. Like, why didn't he just ask me? I was like, oh, that's a good point, because I'm very clearly white, you know, like blonde hair, blue eye, very pasty. And this was like an older white guy that's obviously on vacation because he's at a luau thing. Local people don't go to luau's at a hotel. They have their own, you know. And so like that, we don't get that a lot in Hawaii. Like I feel like racism is not a very big thing here. It's, I mean, here and there, very more subdued than on the mainland. But that was one of the few times that I, you know, that like,
stopped and be like,
I was like, oh yeah,
racist?
Yeah, I'm like, shit, you're totally right. Oh, and then I have more stories. Ooh. Sorry. Well, we had this coworker that doesn't work with us anymore. But we were sitting at lunch and she was like, hey, you know, I was thinking why black people have such big butts, and I was like, okay. And she's like, well, they had like years of picking cotton, so bending down.
What the hell?
And she said it like so innocent, like she thought she actually came to like a realization, because she knew that slaves did pick cotton back in the day. Okay. You know, that was their slave labor for some black people. And so in her head, she's like, oh, I figured it out. And I like, it's so hard not to just like punch people in the face. Especially when I don't think she meant it how it was. But I mean, obviously not every black person was a descendant from a slave.
Right.
Not every black person was ever part of slavery. That's a big chunk of black people in America, but that's not every black person on earth. Also, evolution, if that were the case, doesn't happen in like 50 years. So the time of them picking cotton, they couldn't have evolved to have, you know, bigger glute muscles, you know, like I just like it, and then
shaking
it's just like
head.
Yeah, just like a list of things of how that was not right. But it's just very interesting, like it's like latent racism, like it's like it's not I hate black people, but it's like
a low-key shot maybe,
right. It's like they don't even like realize that they're being racist, but they are.
And you know, at the end of the day, there's only one word to sum up racism: stupid.
Yeah.
Because I can't fathom the thought of someone disliking someone else, because at the end of the day, we're all human. We all bleed red. Dislike someone else because of a certain pigmentation. Yeah. And it just trips me out. Like, you know, yes, you mentioned here in Hawaii, we don't really like face that. We're like a big melting pot. We have like a bunch of cultures, you know, all over the world, you know, living here, from Japanese, Filipino, Hawaiian, Samoan, you know, list goes on. And, you know, we're so accustomed to having multicultural people here.
Melting pot.
You know, maybe, of course, people back in the South, you know, I can see that racism still lives on and whatnot, but it still like trips me out. Like, really? Like, come on.
Yeah. And it has evolved from that, like, I hate brown people, they all suck, to like that very like undercover, like you almost don't realize it sometimes, like when, you know, that white guy talked to me instead of the Filipino chick that was right next to me, you know.
Well, you know, it's funny that you mentioned a story at work.
I know this story and I like it. Tell it. Do it.
Okay, so at work, it's crazy because it's like, I love people.
You do.
White, brown, purple, yellow, it doesn't matter. Polka dot.
Purple. Aliens.
You know what I mean? Like, they're my friends if they're cool. If not, then whatever, dog. But I remember there's a moment at work where I was handing out, these play fishes for the kids, and unfortunately, we only have X amount. I ran out. I didn't get to hit the outside because we both have like an inside and outside section in the restaurant that we work in.
Mm-hmm.
I ran out of fishes. This black lady came up to me and started yelling at me. It's like, what? You don't serve black people? You don't want to give my kids the fishes because we black? I was like, what? Out of all the people, no, lady. Like, my best friend's black. Like, you crazy.
Drew.
Yeah, shout out to Drew, bass singer. But I'm just like, wow, like, it's crazy that because we're, being from Hawaii, we don't really experience that as much as, in the mainland and whatnot. And wherever she's from, I just felt for her, like, damn, man, like, probably where she's from, they get that a lot every single day. And it just trips me out. Like I said, at the end of the day, I only have one word to sum it up, and that's stupid. Because, like, if you dislike someone for, either a certain race or, the color of your skin, only if it was legal to punch you without going to jail right in the throat, I would do it every single day.
There's so many other reasons to dislike someone. Like they're a dumbass or they're mean or they're cunt, Like, pick one. I'm sure you can find a lot of other reasons to hate people. Like, don't take the color of their skin into consideration. Yeah. If you want to hate someone, just find a character flaw. I'm sure you'll find one. Fuck their skin color.
My goodness, but yeah, I don't know. It's
like one of those things, like, why do we have to talk about it?
It's like, it's a waste of time. And you would think they would get it by now after all these years, but
I think it's important to say, if you're racist and listening to it, don't follow us. Do not just ignore us altogether. We don't want to talk to you, and we don't want you to be part of our podcast, because we're a very loving group of assholes, but we're a loving group.
You're not my friend.
Yeah, so get out of here.
Yeah, bye, loser.
Yeah. Get out of here, loser.
Loser. You don't even go here.
Sorry, you don't even go here. All right, well, fuck racism. That wraps that one up.
All right, topic number 2.
That's a long one, sorry.
Yeah, no, well deserved to talk about, that is. All right, here we go. Topic number 2.
Kiki.
Bad drivers. Oh, my God.
You feel passionately about this one.
I do, because I got a lot to say. Here we go. Bad drivers. All right. Okay, listen. Whoever has a license attached to their wallet, you are a certified legal driver to be on the road. But if you're going to drive bad, and when I say drive bad, and I'm not saying to speed, I'm not saying to not use your proper turn signals, but, like, I don't know where to begin.
There's so
many just bad drivers. Like,
do you have a story?
I do. There's so many. Like, here in Hawaii, I get it. Like, the speed limit is a little bit different than the mainland. Like, we're, drive with aloha. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Because,
Fuck aloha.
for real. Not Xing out drive with aloha. Oh, yes, by all means. Safety first, drive with aloha. But, like, dude, you're going to cause more of an accident if you're driving, like, 15 miles under the speed limit. And, like, I feel like there should be a rule. If you're over 60, or if you just physically can't, follow the rules of the road, at least, like, if the speed limit is, 50, but you got to go with the flow of the traffic. If everyone's kind of like going 55, 60, like, it's okay. I believe it's okay, because you're going to cause more of an accident if you're driving slow as dirt.
Yeah.
And most of them do. And I hate rubberneckers.
Rubberneckers.
Like, dude, okay, I get it. If there's an accident, or if there's a police or ambulance, on the side of the road, like, why is it that they always have to turn their neck? Like, I feel like, they tend to slow down, and then, like, that causes more of a traffic. And then last one before I let you just
go ahead.
Like, okay, I get it. You want to drive safe, but the rain? Why does the rain decrease the speed by, like, 20 miles per hour? Like, you can put your windshield wipers on
and still see,
and still drive safe, and still see. And I don't know. I feel like Hawaii has got to be the top 3 worst states of worst drivers. I don't know. Maybe I just have road rage. Like,
no, I think you're right.
Road rage.
Class 4 out of 5.
Out of 5, yeah. I mean, I'm not quite there where I'm like, I'm pretty there.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty there too. Yeah. I kind of have a different experience, because I would get really car sick, like on the verge of like throwing up. Like I can't do anything when I'm a passenger in a car. Like I can't look at my phone. I can't like read or write or anything.
Because you drank about a bottle of whiskey before you entered the vehicle.
Is that what I did? I totally forgot because I was so drunk. But like, so my mom, when I was growing up, bless her soul, would drive so carefully because she didn't want to like swerve and like make my motion sickness worse. She would go over speed bumps like pretty slow and safe, you know. So it's kind of hard because I see that side too of like people driving safe, like 'cause she did that for me so that I wouldn't throw up in her car, which was awesome and like super appreciated it. But now that I'm a driver, especially if I don't have people in my car, I'm like pew, and I like fucking yeah me move bitch.
And wait, and before you continue, I don't want to take away of safe driving. Like, yes, follow the rules of the road. That's what they're there for.
Right.
I get that,
but don't overdo it. Is the thing.
Yeah, or like
don't go under the speed limit because you're trying to go.
Like I said, you're gonna cause more of an accident.
Right.
Like I feel like that's just way worse than driving fast. And if you are gonna drive slow, bitch, get in the far right lane. Like they always do it when they're in the far left. Like, do you know that's the fast lane?
Right.
And please, I hate. Sorry to cut you off.
No.
I'm sorry, but like this is really pissing me off when they drive, brake, gas, brake. I'm like,
that's the worst.
You know you're wasting gas, sir. Mm-hmm. Ma'am.
Both.
Whoever's driving.
You could be both. You look and there's a fucking loaf of bread just driving the car. You're like, what?
Is it gluten free?
Probably. It has like the nuts and the seeds.
That's why they're driving so safe.
That's why fucking gluten.
God.
You need the gluten to drive well. Everyone knows
but like,
that.
Stop and go, like.
Yeah, the stop and go. Yeah, or people
so many things that pisses me off. On
the road. People that like okay, so I'm sort of guilty of this, but I'm going to explain why it's okay. You know, like when there's an exit and there's traffic trying to get through that exit. And so people go in the other lane and they go kind of up and then they cut into the exit so they don't have to sit through that traffic.
Yeah.
So, okay, one that irritates me because people will go and then they'll stop. Like say the exit is in the far right lane. They'll go in the lane to the left and they'll go and they'll stop and put their blinker on so that they can cut in, which is obviously a safety hazard because you can't stop in the middle of a lane on a highway, right? So that annoys me. But what I do, because I'm a strategic asshole, is I will drive the speed limit, not super slowly, until like, because you know when people are inching forward, like sometimes gaps open up while the other, and I just cut into that. I don't ever like go and like stop and like be like, you're gonna let me in because I'm stopped in this lane, so fuck you. You know, it's like if you're gonna do that, if you're gonna cut in to try to avoid the traffic, which I get because traffic fucking sucks, like make sure you time it and you find your opening where you can just cut in without disrupting the rest of the traffic.
I like that.
Yeah, don't cut people off. Don't like stop and wait in the middle of a lane. If you have your opportunity, then take it. And if you miss your opportunity because you weren't like strategic enough to find the puka in time, then fuck you. You missed your exit. Don't stop in the middle of a lane.
Yeah, that's retarded for people to do that. And, you know,
I hate it.
If you're going to do that, just be smart like Cheyenne. I mean, like, wait.
Use your brains.
Use your brains, people. You do have one. Some of you do.
Do you?
Probably not. And another thing, like, okay, you mentioned cutoffs, right?
Yes.
Or switching lanes or whatever the case may be. But, like, you know, I know here on the islands we do have this gesture called the shaka, you know?
Chi.
Pinkies and thumb out. And it's just a way of saying thank you for my stupidity at times.
Yes.
And allowing me to switch over to the next lane because I'm impatient.
Yeah, or mistakes happen, like if you accidentally cut someone off because they were in your blind spot, just like, sorry.
Yeah,
like.
But you know what? I think for me, once someone does that, it could be like a close call situation. I'm all right because they gave me the shock. I'm like, cool.
Yeah, like they realize they fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when the moment they don't do it, oh my gosh, I'm just like, fuck you. I really don't have a manual window. I mean, I do have power windows, but
it was a lot better for the skit though that you had manual windows.
That's pet peeves right there.
Yeah. Also, fun side note, because we work at a hotel, when the Hali people don't know how to do shakas, and we're like pinky and thumb, and they're like, I don't know how to use my hands. I'll be like a cell or like a telephone, like a phone, and they'll be like, oh, and I'm like, God, you dumbass, like I can't say pinky and thumb, you don't know what that is. But if I'm like like a telephone symbol, they'll be like, oh, I get it. And then they hold it like really awkward. They're like, here, and I'm like, sure.
I love when they like spread it.
Yes, it's like
I'm gonna show you the widest shaka in the world, buddy.
the bigger
Aloha.
the shaka, the more the aloha.
Yeah, why are we closing our mouths together like buttholes?
Because that's white people have no lips. Don't you know that?
Is that a
Yeah, look, they're like small as shit.
like?
Like, excuse me, I want to speak to your manager.
That is okay. When you like, I see it.
Right?
All right.
I need to have like the bangs and then the short like.
Is her name Karen?
Her name is absolutely Karen.
Mm-hmm. And she works at finances, huh?
She does. Karen from finance. That's
Karen.
also a drag queen name, by the way, for anyone that follows that sort of thing.
So I guess to sum up the bad drivers, just like, I don't know, get in the far right lane if you're gonna drive slow. Throw the shaka when you make something, when you do something stupid. Or when you are trying to say thank you, you know, those go a long way. Oh my gosh, I can't. Or.
Flipper.
You know what I mean? Just
yeah.
Follow the speed limit, drive safe, but be smart.
Yeah.
Go with the flow of traffic, and everything should be good, right?
Yeah, it's not that fucking hard.
No.
Thanks.
Yeah.
All right.
Use your damn blinkers.
Your damn blinkers.
Turn on the signals.
Ooh. All right, we're gonna do one more.
All right, one more. Here we go.
More. Da-da-da-dun,
Last rant of the show.
Spoiled kids.
Ooh.
Ooh. Wow.
Little bastards.
Little bastards. You know, and I feel like we encounter this a lot again because we work at a hotel.
Mm-hmm.
It comes back to that a lot because you spend so much time at work, like half of your fucking life. So I feel like a lot of our things relate back to that. But the ungratefulness of spoiled kids is what bothers me. Like, it's cool, like, if your family, like, can't provide whatever you want in your life, cool. Like, not all of us get that. Like, I'm happy for you. But when they feel, like, entitled to things because they're spoiled, entitled. Yeah, that, like, kills me. And I have this one girl that I used to dance with, and she always posts this, like, I'm a strong, independent woman. I'm super feminist. I'm like, I do everything on my own. I don't need anyone else. Da da da. And then it's like, come to find out, like,
a cat just came out of your bed.
Oh yeah.
I got really startled. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, that's Toothless.
Her name is Toothless.
Her name is Toothless because she looks like the dragon.
Ah.
Here, let me see. Can you hold my coffee? I'll
Yeah,
see if
sure.
I can show our
Sorry,
friends.
it just threw me off. Does Toothless want to be on camera?
Look, it's Toothless.
Yeah, she just came out of the bed. I was like, wait, what? What the fook?
Yeah, so Toothless, she's a scaredy cat, so she hides under the bed a lot. Thank you for my coffee.
There's your coffee.
Okay, anyways, so yeah, there's the girl I used to dance with. Very, like, I do everything on my own. I'm amazing. I don't need anyone else. Like, women, you should
She
be able
sounds
to
like a
support
bitch.
yourself. She is a bitch.
Oh, okay.
I fucking hate her. And then,
I'm judging, but
yeah. And then, like, come to find out, like, her parents pay for her apartment here because she's not from Hawaii. Her parents pay for her car. They're paying for her school. Like, she doesn't work. They just, like, kind of give her, like, allowance sort of thing, you know? So it's like, that's fine. If your parents can provide that for you, that's fine. But, like, own your shit. Like, if you're not paying for all your stuff and you're not doing everything on your own and you are getting help from people, just own that,
yeah,
you know?
don't fake the funk, right?
Right, but then they're like, oh, no, I do it on my own, but then they get everything from them. I'm like, okay, that's kind of not how that works.
Let me get one thing straight.
Yes.
When people say I do things on my own, that's a damn lie. Now, to a certain extent, I get it, but no matter what, you're always going to have help along that line.
Always. And everything that you do
Yeah.
involves other human beings.
Yeah.
Unless you're, like, taking a shit. That was kind of yourself.
That's all you, baby.
That's
boy.
all
Like,
you.
I mean,
I can
unless
accompany
you don't
you.
have toilet paper.
That's true.
Right? And you have to call, like, a friend, like, oh, dude.
That
like,
is true. Or, like, babies, you have to, like, run their little legs so that they, like, work out their gas bubbles and then they can go doo-doo.
That's an interesting technique.
I'm a nanny, so I got to know the tricks to
Next
make kids
time,
poop.
If I had the bubble guts and I can't, like, fully...
Yeah, just lay down.
Okay.
And you just grab their legs and you just push them into their tummy one by one.
Interesting.
We call them run-runs.
I feel like I'm...
Are you working...
off a peacock right now.
Do they have two peepers?
Okay, right there.
There it is.
There
Just
it is.
one
One
solid
long
one.
stroke.
Yeah. That's all I can think of right now because I'm just thinking about that chicken
I'm
getting
sorry.
annoyed.
But yeah, spoiled kids. To go off, you said the entitlement, the ungratefulness. Like, I get it. Like, if a parent wants to give their kids the world because, say, they didn't, have that luxury when they were kids, and
Right.
they want to work hard and just give them everything that like they didn't receive. And
Right.
it's just the ungratefulness,
Right.
The attitude, the look at me,
Yeah. And I think the spoiledness is the attitude. It's not the actual things that they receive, because there's a lot of well-off people that don't have that spoiled attitude. I think it's all about the attitude. It's not about the what you have part.
And for parents, like, if you're gonna, well, you may not know this because you're just so blinded, but like, why is it that when it seems like only I don't know if you grew up like having this problem, like when they get in trouble because they're so spoiled, I'm gonna take your iPad away, go to your room and think what you've done.
Oh, like your parents said that to you?
Okay, maybe not like an iPad, but like they get grounded and go to your room and think what you've done, but they're so spoiled they have all these items. Oh, I'll just go on the computer and play on my phone.
Right. Yeah.
Like, I got an ass whooping.
Oh yeah. Well, I was kind of like a good kid. I didn't really get grounded a lot.
You're not spoiled.
Right, and I'm like petrified about getting in trouble. Like, it just stresses me out. But yeah, they'll be like, okay, I'll take my phone away. I have a fucking MacBook in my room. Like, I'll just go watch porn on it, Mom.
That's the spoiled kids.
Right, and it doesn't do anything for their character.
Yeah, you're not helping the cause. But sorry, I just had to throw that in there. But yeah, it's mostly the attitude, like you mentioned, and going back to the racist fucks, I would love to punch them right in the throat.
Yeah, we'll just
regardless the age.
Right, we'll just bring it right back around to racism and fuck
Uppercut.
you guys in your ass with a cactus.
That might sound a little attractive right now.
A 3-pronged cactus?
Okay, I'll take that back.
Okay, less attractive.
Less attractive.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I think it's time to wrap it up.
It's time to wrap it up?
Wrap it up like your peepers.
Wrap it up like XL Magnum condoms. Because safe sex is the way to go.
Isn't it weird that there's Magnum condoms and then there's Magnum ice cream? I never know which one I'm seeing.
Magnum ice cream?
Yeah, like I think like
Gigi.
Gigi. No, it's like a brand.
Oh.
Yeah, Gigi Hadid is like, I'm sorry if I pronounced her name wrong, but she's like a spokesperson for it. And so I saw it and I was like, oh, that's cool. She's like repping condoms, but it was ice cream. Anyways, tangent. Thank you for listening to us. Thank you for tuning in again.
Yes. Continue bringing these topics to the hat so we can do our best to talk shit about it.
Yep. We love talking shit.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Kind of our thing. Right?
Yeah. Small kind.
Well, I'm Keneke the Great. Thank you.
Cheyenne Laws. Thank you guys. We'll see you next Wednesday.
Rants from a hat, bitches.
Bye, cunt lords.
Tasty.